So here's where it starts. We have to press to start Minecraft Rube Goldberg Machine for Team Spark. Well, press to start Team Spark Rube Goldberg Machine.
Activate the sprinkler! Ooh, rainbow sprinkles.
Now we are going into the intestines of an alligator. Yuck.
Hello, welcome to our Rube Goldberg Machine World Tour.
And the potato is going to a slime bouncer, going up and up and up.
Our birthday present is a big Rube Goldberg machine.
We're going to start it right now. Let's go.
Woohoo! Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is a very exciting day. This is the last Rube Goldberg live stream of 2023's competition. I was just thinking we're going to have a whole new, we're watching this video and it's all of the entries from last year. And so pretty soon after today, we'll have the content for next year's stream because we'll have all of the top entries from this year. So
there you go. Whole new trailer to go, right? Whole new sizzle reel.
A whole new sizzle is coming your way. And how appropriate. Since it's lunch, it's a new sizzle.
It's a new sizzle, but think about it. In that one, there was a lot of food in there too. You know, I don't know why
people like food, right? I mean, who doesn't like food?
I am with them.
The great uniter is food, so you know.
For sure.
Anyway, we're very excited to share what we received.
We are. And let's do a quick round of introductions. Hopefully everyone knows us by now, but if not, Claire LeBeau, Chief Marketing Officer for NASAF. Thrilled to host this competition and thrilled to see what you all have sent in.
Jennifer George. Hopefully, maybe you've seen us talking to you before, but I run the Rube Goldberg Institute for Innovation and Creativity. And I'm also Rube's granddaughter. I'm always the one sort of saying, well, is this Rube? Is this really Rube? And we got some really Rube submissions this year. So we're very excited to let you know who the top of the heap ended up being. Eric.
Yeah, hi, I'm Eric Leitner. I go by River online. And I'm the education content producer for Clever Like Studios, who's partners with NASAF on all of our wonderful Minecraft projects, this being one of my favorites. And, you know, we're not supposed to play favorites. I know. They're all my favorite is the reality. But, you know, this one we get to just see so much artistic creativity, engineering and creativity, the brainstorming that goes into it. And because the challenge is always, even when you say build something like build a lunch, it's so open-ended. We talked about that earlier, right? What is a lunch? What is it culturally? What food are you thinking of? Who's to say what is lunch to what person or animal or creature or fantasy? Whatever it is you want it to be, you can make it happen. That's why I love this.
Right. Absolutely. Well, this year we had more than 100 entries into this final competition, which is really excited. And I know there was a whole lot of learning along the way. So with our Rube Goldberg competitions, the first one we did ever was around learning how to design the 6 simple machines. And then last year we focused a whole lot on the engineering design process and how do you come up with an idea and then iterate and improve and eventually go around and around that process until you end up with the machine that you're thrilled with. And this year we added in creativity, storyline, narrative. Jennifer, do you want to talk about how that's so important to Rube?
Well, so my grandfather was an engineer by trade, but he was a cartoonist. And while his machines, his inventions would work, he really didn't care if they worked. He wanted them to make you laugh. So, and they always had sort of a theme to them. And there was this character, Professor Butts, who was sort of at the helm of the whole thing and creating these wacky, crazy contraptions to do a very simple thing that would take you maybe a second to do in real life, but in the most overly complicated way possible. So we always try to, differentiate a Rube Goldberg machine contest from just another chain reaction, one thing follows another kind of build. Like if it's just domino runs, if it's just marble runs, it's got to have a little more. What do we mean by that? We mean, again, it's got to have some sort of theme or storyline. And if it makes us laugh, even better. And because you guys are creating in the world of Minecraft, anything's possible. I mean, we saw a lunch being built for a giant, which was fantastic. We saw, these sort of Krabby Patty things and SpongeBob trying to make their way into the world. And we saw a whole machine that wakes someone up. So we can't wait to show you. And what we were so happy with is because of the tutorials we did, I think you guys got it. So bravo to you. We're going to start by announcing the junior division, the third place, and we're going to move our way up to first place in the junior division. And believe it or not, we had a tie. So Eric, I pass the baton to you.
Thank you.
Third place junior division.
Yep, and we did have a third place tie. It just, sometimes it comes too close to call, and then, we sit there and we ponder, and we go, why not both? We could do both, right? Both are good. Because, if it's that close to call, why make a decision? 2 great ones is better than 1 great one, so why not? So our first announced winner, our third place winner in the junior division.
Before you give their name, do we want to say what they're winning?
I think we want to tell them what they're winning.
Because prizes are so cool. All right. So if you are winning.
We just got them like right there. They were like,
I know.
And then we didn't announce it. But
you know what? I feel like a radio announcer.
That's right. But wait.
Say, but wait. First, this commercial break. Okay. Third place winners and will get individual certificates for winning their division. They will also be showcased on NASEF's website and social media, and a $100 Amazon gift card for the team. So
not too shabby, and we've got 2 of those, right?
So 2 of those. All right, Go ahead.
All right, so our first, this is weird when I have to say it. This is one of our third place winners, because if you say first, third, it's like, which one is it? So one of our third place winners in the junior division is, and this is exciting. Drum roll. Team Curry Techs from the state of Florida here in the U.S. So let's check out their submission. Loved their submission. Yeah.
Aliens. A Martian spaceship has landed on Earth for a pit stop after a long trip through the Milky Way galaxy. Surveying their landing spot, the Martians decided to kidnap a couple of cows they liked as pets. The Martians are proud of making an afternoon lunch worthy of a king's feast. Once the crew finishes their lunch, they will be heading back to their home planet with their new pets. To begin the Martian lunch machine, the cooks go up the spaceport staircase in order to reach the control room of the UFO. Once inside the spaceship control room, they pull the activation lever. This will activate the redstone dust, which leads all the way to the chopper in the conveyor belt area. This activates the conveyor belt, which moves to the Minecraft cart. The cart lifts the food to the processing station of the UFO. The cart will place the food into the processing station hopper. The hopper then feeds into a dispenser. The food will slide down the waterfall to its final destination. It will then go down a funnel to guide the food to the center of the table. The food will then land on the lunch table, ready for all the Martians to enjoy. The pulley found at the bottom of the spaceship shows the cows being abducted as pets into the UFO. And thank you for watching.
Oh, the poor cows.
Oh, the cows. The cows. Awesome.
Love it.
Very cool.
You know, one of my
Oh my
favorite things
goodness.
about that one, you know, and when we judge, we have a whole rubric, we've got all these categories and criteria to base it on. But one thing that this team absolutely nailed was the storytelling, the theme, the humor. Like, it's all there. It's all there.
Yeah. It's so funny. Right as we were getting to the food dropping, I was thinking, what happened to the cows that were pets? And then they said they're going to be abducted. And the timing on that was absolutely perfect.
Yeah. Little humor at the end.
Yes.
Oh, Jen, you're muted.
Mute.
It's all part of the show. It's all part of the
It
show,
is.
everybody.
In the world of Rube, anything happens. I mute, I unmute. So no, the voice, the actual voice of whoever was narrating was great, and they had that little beat going in the background. I mean, music plays a part of it. We talked about that. You're going to see other wonderful examples of this as we move forward.
And it's one of the things that makes judging so difficult for this, and and also so much fun for this competition is like nobody gets every single element perfect. So you go, wow, look at this amazing build, and then you go, listen to this amazing story, and then listen to how funny this joke is. Like, and it's like, okay, they all have some of these amazing pieces. How do I decide? It's part of the fun.
Right. And this is the junior division. This is the junior division. You're right.
And that's why we couldn't decide, and we have 2 third-place winners. So our other third-place winner, and we're moving all the way across as far as we can, I think, from the United States, or at least close to as far as we can, from Hawaii, and again, same prize as everything, is Team Husky from Hawaii. So let's check out Team Husky's video.
Frozen Yogurt Shop, welcome by Team Husky. The minecart will come down here, drop on this rail, hit a pressure plate, piston send a signal, the dispenser goes, activates bone meal, observer goes, and then the minecart goes down and then comes back up and goes to the refrigerator where it tumbles down and then meets the dispenser, which will send a zombie up, and then the zombie will attack the villager but steps on a pressure plate instead right there, and then it will send a redstone signal to a dispenser will campfire, redstone up. Iron ore was dispensed, and then once it goes on to the barrel, sends a zombie, and then I'll step on the pressure plate, which sends another minecart up onto this table, and then it will drop down onto the dispenser, which will send snowballs until it gets hit by this target. The detector rail will pick it up, sending the frozen yogurt drop down, and then frozen yogurt is served.
Whoa.
Frozen yogurt for lunch.
Frozen yogurt is served. That is a
like we said, we didn't say what we wanted it to be, right?
Exactly.
What was lovely about that is how visual all the elements were. Like you really could follow the chain reaction of what was happening.
Right.
I picture myself in the classroom again and telling kids, like, you can't have ice cream for lunch. And then they're like, fine, frozen yogurt.
So true. You know what I was thinking on that one also is you say often it's really important to narrate what's happening because you can't see everything that's going on in Minecraft. And they did a really good job of that because there were a couple of times where their description let me know what was happening in the background. So good job also on the narration and on describing the action.
Mm-hmm. You know, and our next team actually does a really good job of all of that because they combine musical elements, they combine subtitles to kind of explain what's going on in their machine. Really well themed out. They kind of included all of the bits and pieces. So we're ready to move on to second place in our junior division. And Claire, do you want to tell them what they've won?
Absolutely. Second place also gets an individual certificate for each member of the team and will be showcased on our website and social media and gets $150 Amazon gift card for each team.
Oh, Okay, not too
So
shabby.
exciting.
And
Ready?
let's do our second place junior division winner, drum roll. And the winner, second place winner is Team Mr. Kim, also from the state of Florida. We had a few Florida winners out there.
Woo,
So
woo.
yeah, let's check out the submission from Team Mr. Kim.
Oh yes, I'm hungry.
Always.
The Cook State 300.
What is my purpose?
Pass the butter.
Uh-oh.
I love this part.
Yeah,
That
it's really
kind of-
fantastic.
Tiered waterfall. And I'm all about fireworks when cooking steak.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic.
Love it. I like that there's just llamas hanging out for the service of the steak, right?
Yeah.
There were a few llamas everywhere. Why remove them? They can be there, you know.
Right.
We always are
exactly.
down for a good llama. That was a great machine. Super.
Yeah, it
awesome.
really was. They infused a little pop culture references in there. If you caught those, they infused some humor. They had the music going. The use of subtitles was great. It was really clear to see what was happening throughout the machine. So really a phenomenal entry. Loved it. Definitely one of our top tier ones. Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
We're going to go on to the prize winner of the junior division.
Right. The very best submission in the junior division. This team will get one team admission for the 2023 Rube Goldberg Machine Contest. This is the real world contest, not the Minecraft World Contest. Also, they receive the certificates for the team members. They will be showcased on NASEF's website and social media, and they receive a $200 Amazon gift card for their team. So congratulations to
Team Regal Eagles from North Carolina.
Woo! All right.
Let's check out their video.
Bob. Bob is a very smart person. He created a machine to wake him up from his morning nap and make himself lunch at exactly 12 o'clock. Starting the machine is an alarm clock that triggers a minecart.
I love you see his eyes
minecart
open.
rolls up a track to the top of a window. Then a block falls, pulling up the curtain, letting sunlight in.
This is so
Then a boat will be launched across an ice path, turning the TV on as it goes.
A minecart will then be launched onto 2 slime blocks, landing perfectly onto a track. The minecart will then go to through the kitchen until it reaches the stovetop. When it reaches the stovetop, an item will be pushed up, turning on the stove as it goes. This will start the soup. That will create steam, which will trigger a piston domino chain reaction going through the shelves. This will also dispense Bob's fish's food as it goes. Bread will then drop into a toaster,
Everyone
turning
needs
on a light
lunch.
chain leading to the sink. That will turn on the sink, filling it up with water, leading outside. The water will then flow through a tube outside, going down this path. That will trigger fireworks to be set off, going towards a lawnmower. The lawnmower will then roll hitting into a tree, dropping an apple, and pulling up lettuce with the pulley system. That will hit another chain reaction leading to the fridge, starting a loading system to load food into a box.
It's packing
When that
the
is
lunch
finished,
as well, right?
the box will move on a conveyor belt over the table.
There's Bob.
There's Bob. Bob's up now.
He's up.
Who's under the table is my question.
When it reaches the table, blocks will then fall, creating Bob's sandwich.
So good.
It will drop his meat, his cheese, his tomatoes, his lettuce, and top it off with a piece of bread.
Big sandwich.
But that's not it, because not only is this machine going to dispense food for Bob, it's going to feed his dog, Rex.
Lunch for everybody.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
That machine,
that was awesome.
This team really should participate in the live machine builds. It was so Rube. It told the story. I have cartoons I could show you where people wake up to have their, food or orange juice and builds. It was wonderfully rendered, beautifully narrated. It had incredible kind of story content. Feeding the fish and the dog was the extra.
That was fantastic.
Right?
I love that.
That's right. Nobody gets left out.
To follow. It was visual, and we just loved it. So bravo.
Absolutely. And I feel like they took a little inspiration from the Pee-wee's Big Adventure video, but made it their own completely, right? Yep. Totally different machine, totally different concept, totally different location and theme. But you could tell it was just like, it's kind of, it kind of had that spark of inspiration there.
Right.
Well, if I could wake up for lunch and, that way, why not? That's how I do it.
That was perfect. And all that detail, the alarm clock, the shades lifting to wake him up. I mean, there was so much in that beyond build a lunch. So they did the task for not only a human, but also the pets. But then there was so much additional detail. It was fantastic.
And then the way it, turned on the stove, and then the way it went outdoors, and there was more elements in that, landscape. So, and then it came back. It was wonderful.
Yeah. Excellent work. Well, congratulations to all the winners of the junior division. And now we will head on to the senior division. And in the senior division, pricing is the same. So for third place, the winners are receiving individual contest certificates showcased on our website and social media, and a $100 Amazon gift card to these winners.
All right.
Let's see.
So that means we are ready to announce our we're already I can't believe we've moved this fast already. So we're moving on to our third place winner in the senior division. So drum roll. And it is the Whoppers, also from Florida. We had a lot of submissions from Florida. I'm not going to lie. A lot of the districts clearly took it to heart, really got the kids involved. That was awesome to see. So shout out to all the great school districts in Florida that participated. But the Whoppers, let's check out their video.
All right.
We open in on our reader, inserting a music disc into a jukebox. This leads us to our first scene, in which we see a sailor leading his boat, which is full of cargo, through some trash-infested water until he arrives at the end of the dock. The water. Once arrived, our worker then takes these goods and then loads them all onto a cargo train. This train is then seen going through a prairie with a small little quaint town, where after going over some goods spilled over by a wagon, it has to take some shortcuts through the nearby shops. It then falls down a broken factory window, where it spirals down some stairs, until it lands into the receiving end of a conveyor belt. Once landed, these goods are then taken throughout the entirety of the conveyor belt until they are all loaded onto the truck. Once they are all loaded onto the truck, the truck then starts down a long road until it is met into the entrance of a local grocery store, Publix. Once the truck arrives at our local store, Publix, it delivers a big, meaty, juicy burger, which will then which then a worker standing nearby slowly loads onto an automatic tube dispenser, which, once it's loaded, will automatically deliver this burger to some nearby shelf. But the worker isn't done here, for he gets a delivery from a customer that lives quite far away. So, the worker then speeds throughout the entirety of these stores, speeding past the automatic delivery system, where he gains some of the materials that the delivery system is dropping. And as he speeds past the shelves, cashiers, he is soon met with our entrance of our small little neighborhood. Once arrived, the worker then slowly makes her way to our customer's door, delivers the basket, in which the ingredients are already in.
There we go.
They did a lot of coding in this one, like a lot of coding. And I'll be honest, there's a bit of humor in there that I think you only get if you grew up or lived any stretch of time in the southeastern part of the United States, because they named their supermarket Publix.
Yes, I did notice that, and I'm not from there, but I have seen
That's
Publix.
right.
I mean, it's funny. That's how Fresh Direct sends us our food, right? I mean, it was
That's
a
right.
total delivery system, which is another version of a chain reaction.
That's
so
right.
I'm glad that there was this sort of added layer that comes really from real life. So it was wonderful.
And it's like an update, for classically serve a lunch has always been, here's a plate with the food on it.
Right.
Well, modernization is the groceries show up at my door, so
Right.
from the supermarket. So
pretty soon they're going to be delivered by drones, but that's a whole other thing.
Very soon, I'm sure. Very soon.
Anyway, it was a great machine. Great machine.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So moving on to second place, Claire.
All right. Second place winners receive individual contest certificates. They are showcased on website and social media, and a $150 Amazon gift card for the team. Congratulations.
And our second place winner. And I feel like, they gave themselves a team name. I'm going to say this. They gave themselves a team name that made it seem like this was very much busy work. And I think they enjoyed themselves a lot. So I'm going to say maybe their names aren't totally accurate, because this is, and drum roll, Team The Office Workers from Florida.
What an annoying car. I have to buy a new one. Still gotta do my job. Alright, let's set it to park.
Notice the pirate themed music.
It's straight out of SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Shades of things to come.
Oh nice, they got automatic doors. So first, let's check for the number of customers and the person limit the building can have. They only have one customer? Already a horrible sign. As well as not that many tables. -1 star already.
I love the dry delivery. I really do.
This looks like the manager's office, but where is he? Everyone is talking about this restaurant, but the manager is not even here. What kind of absurdity is this?
A lot of suspense in this build, right? A lot of where is this going? Where is this going?
-2.
Well, and it's wonderful when you finally see the reveal,
Absolutely.
Because I still didn't know we were entering the land of Squidward and SpongeBob.
Now let's see how they cook. Wouldn't be surprised if the cook was playing around instead of working. Doesn't seem like a great day for the Krusty Krab so far. All I see is one huge mess.
That's your first hint.
At least the cook.
Yeah, and then here comes the most obvious hint. Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for.
Okay, not bad. Quality of patties. Cooking temperature. Looks like medium well. Wow, that's an interesting way of serving food. Krabby Patty on wheels? Very strange. I
really love how they end this too.
But I swear, if something else goes wrong, I will rate this restaurant the worst possible rating. Okay, that's it. I'm done. Minus 2 stars for the worst food serving I have ever seen. A single customer in the entire restaurant, and they couldn't even serve food to him. No, actually, minus 3 stars. Out of a 5-star rating, the Krusty Krab gets -1 out of 5. This is the worst rating ever in the restaurant grading system. I am done. I do not deserve this kind of stress.
So
Awesome.
good. So good.
Yeah, Chrissy, I want to see how SpongeBob is going to, rectify the situation of this terrible food rating.
Right,
Yeah, exactly. But I loved, they leaned into the theme, right? So they went with, we know where we want to serve lunch. We're going to do it in the Krusty Krab. So what are the parts of the theme? We've got the music, we've got the setting, we've got the characters, we've got the kind of dry humor that's sometimes in there. We're going to do the voice that is clearly like the A Few Moments Later voice from SpongeBob. So they got all those elements in there.
Yeah,
they did.
It was
and the delivery, as you said, Eric, the dry delivery was fantastic. Loved it.
Absolutely.
So congrats to it was a 3-person team.
Look that way.
Yeah,
that way. So congrats to the 3 of you.
Fantastic.
And that leaves us with just one more video to share. We got there really fast. It's because we're enjoying ourselves too much watching these. So Claire, do we want to tell our first place winners what they'll win?
Absolutely. First place, your team wins admission to the 2023 Rube Goldberg Machine Contest. In addition, individual Rube Goldberg digital machine certificates showcased on our website and social media. And the Amazon gift card is $200 in value. So $200 Amazon gift card for this team, whose name I think might be a little hint. We shall see.
I think they leaned into both their name and theme being kind of intertwined here.
Yes.
So drum roll. And our winners in the senior division in the Rube Goldberg Machine Contest 2023. Oh my God, it's 2023. Are Team MRH Bento Crew from Missouri.
This, I'll tell you, this machine made me hungry.
All right.
It's food from beginning to end. So yeah.
Awesome.
Minecraft video by 2 chefs that make a giant lunch every day. So, let's get into it.
All right, starting off here. Ooh, an interesting start. Getting the signs to go break all the sushi to fall down. Oh, that's so
an interesting
satisfying.
way to put that in there.
Just like layering it.
How else would you get it in there?
That is quite a fact.
Wonder what that chest is doing. There's some onigiri or Japanese rice balls. Fun
Hold on
fact,
a
they
minute.
could be
Are
filled
those
with
minecarts filled with boba?
boba? Giant boba cup. Oh, that's a satisfying way of
they're just
launching them
getting
in.
launched in there. Oh, that's so cool.
Yep.
It's very important to stay hydrated here.
Indeed. Remember, hydrate.
Oh, they're
tossing the rice
up. Ooh, very nice.
And then dunking the tofu to get more flavor.
Gotta have that extra flavor in your
Indeed. Tofu is very bland.
That's awfully strange. Why is there hot sauce in
Maybe he likes a bit of spice. You don't know.
I can't get behind a bit of
Hear me
spice.
out, spicy mayo.
Oh, I will not take you up on that offer.
I would understand lowering it. Too much cholesterol.
Yeah, cholesterol can be very bad, even for giants.
They have giant hearts.
Going in the a trail of fire. Oh, and the anvil drops.
And there's a stick for the dongo.
Just wedging its way through each ball.
That's a very interesting way to do it.
Honestly, this
I wonder how much arm strength those boys have.
I've wondered well.
I love it's like a play-by-play commentary.
The stick is all the way through the boba.
Oh, and I guess they have celebration fireworks. Yeah. That's something nice to have.
That was a very nice presentation.
Oh my gosh, that
wasn't just building a lunch. That was building all the components of a lunch. And when you're talking about sushi, there's lots to put together. So that was really clever. And I love the conversation it definitely brings you right into the situation.
Absolutely. Yeah, they won a lot of points on addressing the challenge directly because clearly, right? Like it's lunch from start to finish. The humor is there and they delivered it in kind of a unique way where, maybe it wasn't, I mean, it was part of a story, but it sounded like if this was a sporting event and they were the play-by-play commentary on the sporting event, everything about it was just so much fun.
Well, this was March Madness.
This
Rube
was.
Goldberg style.
There you go.
At NASEF with Minecraft, and it was a great group of submissions. We will say there were hundreds to look through, so it was culling it down was hard. Doesn't mean that your machine, because we do watch everything, wasn't amazing too, but it's unfortunate. We always have to pick like highlights.
Right, exactly. Well, congratulations.
And it's never easy. I'll tell you that too. It's never easy, but it's a lot of fun.
It is not.
We can't wait to have you guys return again next year. And there's a couple more other Rube Goldberg surprises we have in our back pocket. So hopefully we will see you then.
Fantastic. Well, thank you all so much for joining us throughout this season. Can't wait to see what y'all cook up next year. I don't know what our theme will be yet, but I'm sure
I know. I can't believe I have to wait a whole year before I see more of this. So,
I know, exactly. We've had a great time.
Have a great rest of the end of the year.
Absolutely. And there are a few other NASEF activities that are still going on. So make sure that you check out Farmcraft. This is a similar Minecraft competition, and we have some fantastic challenges, a custom world for you to play in and learn all about agriculture and climate science and getting food to market, which we saw a little bit of that in our Rube Goldberg machines, actually.
Someone's got some crossover going on there.
Someone's got the blend going. I love it. We also have some Beyond the Game challenges around shoutcasting and streaming and video production. And we saw some of that as well in these submissions. So be sure you check out all the other great NASEF activities. Thank you so much for participating. Congratulations to everyone. And we will see you next time.